Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Zuini Gudkar and I'm a third year radiology resident in Mumbai, and time just flies. I'm in third year already, and this is a very short quick video for all the first year residents who have newly joined the field of radiology. First of all, a big welcome, and second of all, there are things which I want to share with juniors, like my juniors and all juniors alike, everyone who is new to this field, who has joined this field with certain expectations, who has also joined this field without much knowledge of what actually goes into the work of a radiologist, had no idea what radiology residency looks like. How are we supposed to excel at this branch without knowing much of it from the get-go? Here are some things which I have realized now after doing 2 years of residency, and now that I'm in third year, it feels like some things have been starting to make sense. Things which I did not understand in first year or had no clarity about in first year. I don't want to take credit for any of this info because it's not like I am the first person doing this. We all take inspiration from our seniors, we all take their advice, we listen to their experiences and we learn. That is what it all is. Of course, you will have your own experiences, you'll make your own mistakes and learn from them as well. But it always helps to learn from the experience of somebody who has already been through what you are dreading. This is just stuff which either I have personally been through and figured out the hard way, and also a lot of it is stuff which I have learned from my seniors. So I'm not going to delay this any further. Let's get right into it. As soon as you join, what your seniors are going to tell you, if you're in a government hospital, you've taken this field for work-life balance, but there is not going to be any in your first year of residency, which is quite true. The reason why we are taking hectic residencies is what we have to remember. We are doing this to get more exposure to a variety of clinical cases, a variety of things which you will probably not see in a hospital which is not a tertiary care center. You are a referral center for all the hospitals around you. That's why you get all the best cases. But you also have to remember that for each one good case, you have 10 cases which are either very common, very normal, maybe not so interesting from a learning point of view. But you have to remember that as a first year, your responsibility and your job is first to understand what normal looks like. You're not supposed to join and right away ask your seniors, what does this pathology look like? I want to see this case. I've read about this case. This is what I want to see. You are curious and you are excited about this. You first need to get your basics in place, which is understanding what imaging of the normal anatomy of the body looks like. Whenever you join, first thing on your to-do list is to observe normal cases. So for example, in our case, first year is a lot of ultrasound. Initially, we were told by our seniors to familiarize ourselves with what normal findings look like, because unless you know what normal looks like, you'll never be able to figure out what an abnormal finding looks like. We just focused on what our seniors were doing, the way they were holding the ultrasound probes, to understand the angles and to understand what directions of the probe would get what planes on the screen. Don't get disheartened if you feel like you don't understand pathology or you don't understand abnormalities right from the get-go. My suggestion would be to use an atlas whenever you're done with your duty and you've seen a case which concerns a particular system. For example, a liver abscess, or if you've seen a patient with pancreatitis, you go back and you try to familiarize yourself with transverse section anatomy of the abdomen at that level and the organ which you are imaging and you're concerned with in this particular case. A little anatomy is going to go a long way, because right now you're focusing on one modality, but the same anatomical knowledge will help you out with other modalities in second year and in third year. Second point, which is you don't have to worry about studying right now. I know this probably sounds like a stupid point, but I have seen juniors who are eager to learn to such an extent that they are focused on studying. You as a first year are technically not supposed to be reading much anyways. Your skill is going to be learning from the field of work. I would strongly advise that you read whenever you see a certain case. You read it from online sources like Radiopedia. You quickly see pointers related to that if you are interested or if your senior asks you to. But don't expect yourself to sit down and read big chunks of books in your heavy postings. Train yourself to learn more from the work which you're doing and from the cases which you are seeing personally, rather than thinking of imaginary cases and then reading them from books. Right now, you're only supposed to see so many cases that you will be able to instantly identify something once you see it. I know we have this tendency right from our MBBS days or from NEET days that you're supposed to read everything, you're supposed to assimilate all this knowledge and you have to be quick or otherwise you will fall behind. That tendency is a little hard to get rid of. But as a first year, because you are so overworked, no one expects you to be so well read in everything. Don't expect yourself to study really hard after busy duty hours, after on-call days. Get the rest which you need on off-call days so that you can work twice as hard on on-call days. So before I joined residency, I actually went to meet and talk to consultant radiologists who are already practicing. Also, people that I knew who were doing residency in radiology. One thing which all of them emphasized was the importance of taking follow-ups. So if you just joined your residency and you don't know exactly what this means, most of the times in ultrasound or cross-section imaging, you are going to see certain cases and going to give differentials, but you're going to point out one diagnosis which seems most likely to you based on the imaging findings. Sometimes it is possible to pinpoint and say that, oh, this is 100% this lesion, because it's so characteristic that you will not be able to misdiagnose it even if you are seeing it for the first time or if you don't know the history. But more times than not, the lesions are atypical. The stuff that you read in books, the stuff that you see in lectures, the stuff that you see in conferences, those are typical cases. More times than not, you are seeing cases which don't look like the textbook picture, cases which are complicated, which don't really tell you 100% what is the diagnosis. So you do your best to try and suggest the most likely diagnosis in such scenarios to the clinician. So in such cases, what do you do to improve your learning curve? You take follow-ups. So if I see a lesion which looks a certain way and I'm not sure what this is, nobody's sure what this is, it is not very typical, which is not very simple looking. In such cases, I have to make it a point after I report the scan, what is the physician doing with the patient? Are they going for a biopsy? Are they going for another imaging modality? Are they going to operate the patient directly and take the lesion out, and then are they sending it for histopath? What do the intraoperative pictures look like? Knowing what the outcome is for this patient and for this pathology is called taking follow-up. Trust me, it's very easy to be lazy and not take follow-ups on all your cases, because you see 100 cases a day and you see at least 10 interesting cases on a good day. How are you going to keep a track of each patient, and how are you supposed to keep up with what is going on with each patient? And it is a little tiring, especially if you're in first year and you are tired most of the time and you're sleep deprived. Motivation or the will to follow patients up is a little lacking in first year. That is what happened in my case. I did a lot of slacking off in first year when it came to taking follow-ups. As the first year, it is your designated job to take follow-ups. So you are going to be the person who will be in touch with the other department residents. You will be taking follow-up for whatever procedures are being done. The biopsy was done, what was the histopath report. You will be in charge of taking follow-ups. And I'm not talking about just diagnostic cases. I'm also talking about cases where you did a therapeutic procedure. For example, I put in a pigtail for a patient with a certain collection and the patient was really febrile. Then I make it a habit to ask the resident of the patient after like 2 days whether the pigtail is working well, it's draining well, whether the patient's symptoms have improved, the collection has decreased on ultrasound. That is what gives me an idea whether my method of inserting the pigtail was ideal. There are many different directions that you can point the pigtail in, different locations where you can leave the tip of the pigtail in, different sizes of pigtail which you put according to the consistency of the collection. There are multiple factors, and unless you figure out when the patient is benefited the most, you are not going to improve in that department as well. Whether it is diagnostic or therapeutic stuff, you have to take follow-ups. I used to have this diary and I did a not very good job of updating this in first year. But the basic thing is that I tried to make a list of different patients and what all imaging modalities have been done for them. If you have the time and the patience to make this, it's going to benefit you when you go to second year and third year, when things actually start making sense, and then you look back at these images and you will form almost like a algorithm in your mind. If I see these findings, I'm going to think of this diagnosis first. That is all radiology is. Consultants with more years of experience have done this so many times, have seen so many cases and have taken follow-ups that they know that this imaging feature points towards this diagnosis, and that is what is going to make you a better radiologist. And it is really fun to discuss cases with your peers in clinical fields. I highly recommend that you stay on good terms with other department residents. It is a good habit to take follow-up from not just the patients but also the clinical residents regularly. Sometimes these residents will come up to you and tell you that, oh, this is what we got for this patient, this is the finding which we got intraoperatively, and you will be doing this even after you become a qualified radiologist. You will be contacting the people who refer patients to you, who ask them what eventually happened with the patient, and taking follow-ups is going to be a lifelong process as a radiologist. Just that currently in the institution, if you are the junior most person, you will be doing it the most. Apart from when the seniors tell you to take follow-ups for yourself. So not just for very interesting cases, but also for chill cases like limb Dopplers, for OBGY growth scans. If you are new to doing growth scans, that is checking the weight of the fetus on obstetric scans, ask your peers in OBGYN whether the estimated fetal weight which you had reported, how accurate was it, how far off was the birth weight of the baby. Better to start this habit right from first year. Once you join, your professors, your seniors will remind you and tell you to learn basics of radiography as well. Radiography is the science of acquiring these images which you are interpreting in radiology. When I was posted in the X-ray department, I was told to first go and see how X-rays are acquired, how these radiographs are being taken, the position of the X-ray tube, the cassette, angles of rotation for a certain view, why we are taking that view, what is the indication for taking a certain view. Similarly, in ultrasound, first look at your senior's hand, see how they're handling the probe, which probe is better for focusing on a certain part of the body. These technicalities, you will have to learn them in first year itself. And the last advice from me is that your entire first year, you are going to spend feeling like you are a little stupid. Even Zainab ma'am says this. In radiology, for the first 1.5 years of your residency, you have no clue about what's going on. Because there's so many modalities, you can't possibly learn everything in one go. So you start with learning the most basic stuff and then you move on to the more complicated things. All the modalities tie together at some point. One lesion that looks a certain way on X-rays will look a certain way on MRI and will look a certain way on CT. Eventually, you should be able to tie together all these modalities, understand one pathology from all these points of views. But as a first year, you just are not exposed to so many different things. And so your knowledge is limited, so you keep feeling like it's difficult to progress your knowledge or it's difficult to learn something because you have incomplete understanding as of now. After that 1.5 years mark, once you are done with like the first half of your second year, that is when things click and then they start making sense. Even if you feel a little stupid, it takes time. You'll have to be patient and you'll have to be observant. It just eventually starts making sense. It's the same with everybody. It's the same with all your seniors. Slowly and steadily, every day you're learning a lot, and that is eventually going to amount to something. Stay patient, stay curious, be open to learning. If you're truly interested in this field, it is really an amazing field. It can be really fun if you decide to make it fun. Don't stress it too much. First year is going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a memorable year for your residency and you're going to look back on this year fondly. Keep your head up. It's only going to get more and more amazing from here on. That's all the advice I have for today. Welcome to this field. I hope your first year is memorable and tiring but rewarding. I am not so relevant when it comes to the NEET PG picture anymore, but I guess I am relevant if it comes to radiology and residency and stuff. That was it from me for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Wish you a happy new year and I hope that your first year goes well. Thank you for watching.